right? If you're working on mechanics, and what were we talking about mechanics for chipping? When I chip, toe up, right? Don't get it shut, don't get it behind me. Finesse wedges, toe up. When you come down, what?
Head leads.
Head leads until it gets to hands, and then to hit to belt, then everything rotates through, right?
Right.
What do we talk about on the full swing? Same move going back. Toe up, feel like the butt of the club is a little more vertical, right? So that you don't get it so coming from the inside. Put 10 dimes at 36 inches away, putt 100 of them, see what your make percentage is. Write it down. Every week, do it one time, write it down. In the meantime, when you go to practice, I want you to see how many you can make in a row and how long it takes you to make it. Figure out whatever that number is. Can you make 25 in a row in 20 minutes? Perfect, that's your total. Then once you can do that under 15 minutes, start increasing that number. Your 3-footers have to be automatic. Okay, so that's rule number one. That's your block practice, your everyday practice. Your other everyday practices, keep those same dimes, putt from 20, 30, 40 feet. See if you can roll 3 balls from each of those distance and then 1 ball from the center. You have to make all 10 in a row. If you don't make it, you got to start over. It's got to be your everyday drill. Is it work? Absolutely. But it's very, very important. And what you would do is you'd put some tees down and you'd putt some balls to like 6 or 8 feet. And all you would do is practice focusing on that. You wouldn't care if the ball goes in. All you're carrying on is this. Am I doing whatever I'm working on? That's all I'm doing it. And that's your block practice, okay? That should be about, 20% of your practice should be block. Then the next part needs to be random practice. So it might be, hey, you know what? I'm gonna putt from here and I'm gonna put 1 ball to every one of these holes and then I'm gonna go see how many I can finish out. Then the last one, game. Some type of game. So it might be putting with your buddies, right? I'm gonna putt with my buddies and we're gonna putt 9 holes and we're gonna putt for a soda. There's competition there. Yeah. And then when you go out on the course to practice, variety, variety, variety. Random, 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 random. Make it as random as you possibly can. Put the ball in the craziest spots you can put the ball. Put it way above your feet, way below your feet, underneath the lip, on top of a lip. What doesn't matter. Play around with it.
Okay.
Okay. Talked about today. So we did an on-course playing lesson today. So what we did is we talked about situations that arise on the golf course and pre-shot routines and how to practice on the golf course when you're just out practicing. We talked a little bit about pin locations, what are holes that we're going to go for it. We talked a little bit about how you hit different shots, going out on the golf course and putting yourself in situations. So when we originally started today, we were on the 7th hole and we talked about pre-shot routine, visualizing your shot, having an intermediate target. Then after we did that, we went over to the 8th tee and we said, okay, where are we going to put the ball on the 8th tee? Well, it depends on where the hole is. Are we going to need to be on the left side of the fairway or the right side of the fairway? Is the trouble on the right or the left? What's going to give us the best opening into the flag? So when we do that, that's important. We also know that when we're playing in a tournament, there's usually going to be 6 tough pins, 6 easy pins, and 6 mediums. And we want, anytime we get a pin sheet, we want to look and see where are those pins that day, so that we get an idea of kind of mapping out a game plan even before we go out and play, even before we warm up. So, one of the things I would really recommend is that you try to get to the driving range about an hour and a half before you tee off, and spend 10 to 20 minutes playing the round of golf that you want to play in your mind before you even go out and practice. And then we talked a little bit about, so we have kind of a plan for when we go and play. We talked last lesson, we talked about how we should warm up before a tournament. We did a little bit of that. And we're going to go into that a little bit more tomorrow. Also, we talked about how do we practice on the golf course. And so what we do is we put ourselves in situations that might arise on the course, and we hit those shots, and we try to go, okay, I have 3 options here. Which 3 are the best options for me? And so you'll kind of go, okay, I think that's the best option. Oh, I think that's the best option. Oh, I think this is the best option. And you go, okay, I'm gonna see if I can execute it. And then what I would do is I would practice the ones that I don't feel as comfortable with. Because the most important thing is we never hit a shot in a tournament that we have not practiced. And we don't ever hit a shot that we're not confident in. If we don't believe that we can pull off that shot, then we don't ever hit it. We might have to punch out, we might hit something else, but we never want to take a risk of hitting a shot that we don't believe that we could hit, and we've not practiced. So like right here, if I said, hey, I want you to hit it up over that willow tree, what do you think you could get over that willow tree? And so you weren't sure, so one of the things we did